Good evening, welcome back again, and welcome to day 5 of VEDA, although I think I might have to change my series to VENA for vlogging every night in April because I seem to only have time to get to this late at night and then have to scramble to get it up before midnight. But anyway, here we are at day 5. And first off, the anagrams yesterday, not a lot of people seem to be too crazy about those. Maybe they were too difficult. So I'm going to give some clues here. 1 and 5, numbers 1 and 5 are both married couples. 2 and 4 are friendship pairs or pairs of friends, good close friends. Both pairs of which have at least some time in Missoula. And number 3 is a pair of friends, but who only met for the first time at NerdCon this year. So there are some clues to help you if you're totally lost. And maybe I'll give some more clues if people are still struggling, or if nobody cares, I'll give some clues until you start to care, people, because I want you to do this, because you can do it. Okay, that was to give a help to at least Jess and Victor, who have made at least some effort towards getting those down. So if nobody else, Jess and Victor, that was for you. Laura asked me a couple days ago about the scale, and I want to say and explain, yes, that will be a regular thing at least through VEDA, through April. It's not that I've ever been a person who is obsessed with my weight, but last August I went and had my physical, because when you're older than dirt and hope to get even older than dirt, you need to go to those doctors and do those things and get those physicals. And I did that, and he said, yeah, you're in good shape, you're in remarkable shape. And you know, I was in the middle of the Rondonaut 2016 challenge, so that wasn't a great surprise. But they did the old blood workup, and I got a prescription for this, atorvastatin, which is basically a cholesterol fighting drug, one of the most common prescriptions given to anybody these days. And I am not an anti-vaxxer. I believe strongly in the medical profession and the science of doctors and the medicine, the world medicine. But when I got the prescription home and started reading up more about it, I was much less enthused than I was originally. Partially because, well, for a number of reasons. But one, if you take this, you can't eat grapefruit or even drink grapefruit juice. These are two of my favorite things in the world. And two, this is not a cure for high cholesterol. It is a method of managing high cholesterol, meaning primarily that once you're on it, you don't get off it. You don't get better and then get over and then be done taking this drug. This is like a life sentence drug. Once you start on it, you're on it for good. And so I was really reluctant to start taking it. And to be honest, I haven't, which is kind of strange because it does say, take 1 tablet by mouth daily to reduce risk of heart attacks and strokes. You'd think that would be a fairly serious warning, but as I read up on it and looked at my situation, my condition, I didn't have really high cholesterol or really high bad cholesterol. I was like right on the borderline. Yeah, I was at the upper limits for being, you know, someone who would be recommended to start taking medications, but I wasn't off the charts. So I decided I really wanted to try to do the adjustments I could with my diet and exercise and see if I could get that cholesterol down without taking the drugs. So I have not taken any of these yet. No, I didn't ask my doctor about this. I just self-diagnosing here, which is probably never a good idea, except that I was just going to a routine physical. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. But I wanted to give that a shot first and get my weight down. And I was doing, because getting my weight down was really the only option. Yeah, I could exercise more, but I was already running 5.5 miles every day, day in, day out. And my diet was already pretty healthy. I don't smoke. I haven't smoked in ever. I don't eat a lot of unhealthy foods, a lot of really rich, super bad foods. But I did pretty much gave up bacon and other processed meats. But who cares about the other processed meats when you're talking bacon, right? I still have it once in a rare while, but not nearly as much as I enjoyed it before. And I cut out French fries. Yeah, I cut out French fries and bacon. What is life, right? But I want to see if I can make this work. And I was doing pretty good at getting my weight down. I had lost about 8 or 9 pounds over the months between August and probably towards the holidays, and did fairly well through the holidays. But since the holidays, not as good. And my weight has gone back up to about where it was before, maybe still a little below. 1st of April, I was at 184, and I had gotten down into the mid 70s, so I want to get, my goal is to get into at least the mid 60s. When I was at my best running weight, I was weight between 155 and 160. I don't expect to probably get down in the 155 range again, but I would like to get it down to 160. That's my goal. I wasn't doing really well, so I thought maybe if I put that little opening into each of my videos, that would help hold me accountable. So that's why it's there, and that's why it's going to stay there at least through VEDA, and we'll see what happens with it after that. So Laura, you wanted to know? That's why it's there. So that's where I was at today. Hope everything's going good with you. Let me know how you're doing with the anagrams. Give those a shot, and let me know, have you ever done any, self-ignoring or adjustment of a doctor's prescription? Do you think I'm totally crazy for that? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I will talk to you again tomorrow, hopefully. Don't forget to be awesome.